Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4, the Great War mod. In the last episode, the Balkan War happened and then ended with the Balkan League coming out victorious, and then the Second Balkan War started up with Bulgaria being the belligerent against Serbia and Greece, and then Romania also getting on that action. The Italian-Ottoman War is still going on, which I think is very ahistorical. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm pretty sure this should have ended a couple years ago. And Mexico had another coup, so yeah, you know, a Tuesday for Mexico. And we also continued to bolster our forces. We finally got a full amount of units on our line with Bulgaria and France, so we are hopefully going to be able to push them, push right past their front line and get around behind them when the war starts. And our Russia line is still doing pretty well compared to how many Russians are actually on the line. And we'll see how it goes. We also have our... Now it's... I mean, I'm hoping we can make do with this, but we might have to have another run of maybe 10 infantry units to bolster out our overseas African corps that will hopefully do some good. But we will see. And let's start the time now. So this war, I'm not sure. Historically, I'm pretty sure Bulgaria lost. Yeah, historically Bulgaria did lose because that's why Greece has these territories, and Bulgaria still only has this coast in World War II, if I remember correctly. But Romania does win against Bulgaria as well, so they get their little territory. But who knows? You know, this is Hearts of Iron 4, the game of a history, so it could definitely go differently. After being disenfranchised for years, women have begun to take the streets of Washington, D.C. and London, demanding their rights to vote. The American president in particular, perhaps on the suggestion of his wife, has already signed their voting rights into law, and the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom does not seem long behind. Good for them. America chooses new freedom. Huh? In 1912, Woodrow Wilson ran on the platform of New Freedom, which denounced what Wilson perceived as both Theodore Roosevelt's more, what does that say? Patrinationalistic and conservative new nationalism, as well as William Howard Taft's conservatism. A Bourbon Democrat, Wilson promised lower tariffs, free trade, and trust breaking in his speeches, though the progressive movement would encourage him to enact a more moderate form of Roosevelt's popularism, or proposals through the creation of the Federal Reserve and support for the new income tax. While some of these policies might be costly in the short term, in the long term they would both help keep consumers protected with from economic recessions, and make goods less expensive, satisfying the populace for the moment. Wow, bit of a mouthful there. Sorry if I mispronounce things. That's kind of a normal thing for me, but it's also compounded by it's 3 o'clock in the morning, so I decided to get to recording a bit earlier than I'm used to. Trying out kind of a new schedule. So let's see here. What's going on? No real movement in the lines so far, though Italy is being pushed back on the Turkish mainland. I'm not sure why they don't just invade Libya now while they're actually distracted. Okay. Ooh. Pardon me. So we just got anti-British policy, which automatically unlocked the Al-Jadir crisis, which is what we previously went through. So we can reinforce. So what is this exactly? the DSWA, also known as Namibia, is one of Germany's most important colonies, ensuring that it is defensible and an attack could serve to help out our nation's war effort. So that would do a land. Okay, so that'd be one air base, one land fort. Should be useful. Do the Boer revolt as well, but I think prepare for war is good. We're getting close to that time. So what else do we have here? Just looking. So the United States currently has Woodrow Wilson as the president. They're guaranteeing everybody the Monroe Doctrine. Oh, okay. Whoa, all right. A lot of things just happened. Improved torpedo protection, good. Italy won the Turkish. Okay, so even though they did a white peace, they still okay. I think it's hard coded that they win. Yesterday, Italy and the Ottoman Empire signed a treaty in. I'm just gonna call it ouchie because it's spelled like that. The Ottomans would withdraw all military personnel from Libya, essentially. That kind of sucks. I mean, the Ottomans were holding their own. I kind of wish it wasn't hard coded. That way they could keep it. All right, so we've ended that. What are we gonna do? It's 1913. I guess we'll go for a new armored car. I guess this new armored car, the big thing is that it has a turreted gun on it, which to us sounds like, oh, it's a no-brainer, but back then it wasn't. I mean, if you think about it, like old tanks, like the first tanks were very much designed around land battleship kind of idea, meaning that they, I think we'll do light aircraft. Okay, Ottoman Empire joined the Second Balkan War. Following the start of the Second Balkan War, the Ottoman Empire decided to take advantage of the situation, try to reclaim some of its lost lands from Bulgaria. Oh, Bulgaria. It sucks. Well, I mean, it doesn't. It sucks for you, but, yeah, that's... Look at that. Just being pushed all the way back. They actually held their borders there for a while. They, yeah. Oh, well. So, okay, we got these 10 troops finished. I think we're gonna put them on... Yeah, I think we're gonna put them into our African force. Have them join them down there. Though we are going to... What's this guy's name? Croft von something or other. So, Croft von something or other. Where is he at? Where is he at? Promote. Yes. There we go. Oh god, Bulgaria. On fights on all sides. That sucks for them. I guess I'm gonna make a plan here. I don't think we're ever gonna execute it, but we're going to... Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I want to do an offensive line. Just one province deep. Okay, counter-offensive, we'll take that. Just go straight down the doctrine tree. Hopefully we can get ahead of everyone else and actually make a go of it. Let's also start getting our war plans together for our friends here. And these guys as well. Their objective is just going to be to take Luxembourg. Pretty simple objective. Pretty sure everyone's got a plan, which is good. Let that build up a bit. How is our construction of trenches going? It's going. They're being built. Well, I don't really want to make any new troops yet, and not until we can actually increase our manpower, because our pool is pretty low right now. Okay. So we've got that. Let's go back to our infantry. We're about a year ahead. I think it's enough to get early support weapons. It's not too far ahead. We're not taking a huge penalty. So I think we might have hit the supply limit there. Not sure yet. Okay, so we got the prepare for war. Alright, let's go for reinforce Kaiser's authority. Well, we'll see. Hopefully the African front will hold. Yeah, Bulgaria's not doing half bad. They're still, I mean, they haven't completely lost yet. Well, we'll see. We'll see how they do. I'm assuming they're going to lose pretty badly. Oh, no, they did make back some land here. So they are on an offensive somewhere, at least. Let's see here. Let's get some air doctrines as well, because we do have a substantial surplus of planes, almost 600. So we could actually start making some squadrons, just in case. We're almost at our 200 boat goal that I set for myself, with 23 submarines. Though I think I think 7 of those are coastal submarines. Yeah, it looks like about 7 of them are coastal submarines, but that's fine. I don't expect to send them too many places. Keeping them around here will be good. I want them kind of in this area, just to cut off the actual what do they call it? The actual merchant trade going through there. I might also send them down to like this area. Ooh, mass production. Something amazing is happening at a factory in Petit at Pinquet Avenue. Henry Ford's ambitious desire to make an automobile affordable for any consumer has inspired the assembly line production scheme. Through the assembly line has been used since as far back as the Roman times. Henry Ford's clever use of moving conveyor belts, specialized machines, and more specifically skilled workers is close to making his dream a reality. Huh. I don't know, I thought that happened earlier as well. I guess 1913 does make sense, though I thought it happened like in 1910, though I guess I'm not exactly sure when the Model T went into production. I'm not totally sure about that. Bulgaria is still getting its ass kicked. I mean, they still haven't lost their capital, which is good. I don't know, I've always found myself rooting for the underdog of all wars. I don't know, this is something in me, I guess. So what are we at right now? July 16th, 1913. Getting close to that, ever-present assassination that leads the war into a death spiral. Alright, reinforce Kaiser's authority. You get militarism, which will give us a higher recruitable population, which is good. We need more people to sign up for the military, to do their part. Would you like to know more? I was actually really... I'll do naval strike. I was really... I got that mixed up. Oh well, fuck it. I was really sad when I had the computer troubles right when I did, because I was really enjoying that Terran Federation playthrough of Stellaris. I kind of liked the way it was going. I haven't actually gone back and looked at where the series went after I had to stop playing in it. Though I hear my Empire died pretty quickly. But either way, I was enjoying kind of the roleplay of playing as the Terran Federation. Starship Troopers is one of my favorite movies. I even have a soft spot in my heart for Starship Troopers 2. It's not as bad as I think people think it is. 3 though, 3 is horrible. 3 is complete and utter crap. But yeah, it's just my opinion. And I'll never say I have the best taste in movies. I just have I have my taste in movies, whatever those are. Can we get an increase in infrastructure down here? Maybe we can make this a bit easier to manage these troops. That way we're not running into supply issues. I mean, we'll run into supply issues as soon as the war starts due to our merchant fleet getting cut off. But if we can stave it off long enough to get through the Belgian territories, disconnect and reconnect with this area, then we can start forming a line and actually start piecemealing out the Entente forces. Oh, poor Belgium. Poor Belgium. Alright, let's see here. I think what we want to do... I want decisive battle, because when we do get into a battle, we're going to need everything we have to... Okay, Serbia white peaced out Bulgaria. Okay, Treaty of Bucharest. The treaty was concluded in the aftermath of the Second Balkan War and amended the previous Treaty of London, which ended the First Balkan War. About 1 month later, the Bulgarians signed a separate border treaty, the Treaty of Constantinople, with the Ottomans, who regained some territory west of the Enos Midria line during the Second War. Peace at last. Finally, peace. Well, potentially. We'll see how long that lasts for. Maybe a year. So let's see here. We're slowly gaining back manpower, though I think we're still a bit low for my taste. Okay, we got our new armored car, which is good. Let's get our maintenance company up. And let's replace that first armored car with armored car 2, the Earnhardt EV/4. I'm taking a shot in the dark at that one. So let's figure this out. I'm not totally sure when the shooting of Franz Ferdinand actually happens, but I know it's like about 2 weeks after that or something like that. Okay, whoop. First flight across the Mediterranean Sea. Today, the locals of Brizet, Tunisia, noticed a strange flying object, which was revealed to be Ronald Garros, a French professional pilot, in his something-something monoplane. This journey marks the first crossing of the Mediterranean Sea by air, an astounding landmark for the young science of aviation. Local sailors were reportedly not impressed. That is actually very surprising, because it's 1913, and it's only been a couple of years since flight was actually proven to, like, heavier than air flight was actually, I guess not, is invented the right word? Well, I mean, it's a couple of years after the Wright brothers actually had the first flight, so that's a pretty big achievement for the Mediterranean Sea is not necessarily small, so it's pretty good. Get some construction effort going, kind of reinforce our infrastructure and our internal country, like the actual internals of our country. I want to get that all finished and ready to go. I don't want anything hindering us during the war. We'll definitely go down our speed when the war happens. Even though this game does automate a lot of things, I still like taking personal control of units. quite a bit. It's kind of a holdover from Hearts of Iron 2 and Hearts of Iron 3, which are my first Hearts of Iron games. Actually, my first Hearts of Iron game was Hearts of Iron 2 Darkest Hour, where I guess cut my teeth on the Paradox Grand Strategy game. So yeah, I don't know what that says about me, but that was my first. Oh shit! We got a shitload more manpower. Yeah, we're gonna train some infantry. We're gonna train 20 divisions and we're gonna train 20 divisions, 2 batches of 10. And this time, no one's gonna go to Africa. It's gonna be 10 divisions into the Eastern Front forces and 10 divisions probably into the Luxembourgian forces. That way, when it does get to the point, we'll just combine these two armies together into one grand army once we defeat Luxembourg. That's the plan, at least. We'll see how that goes. Oh, music cut out there. Huh. Oh, there it goes. Got very quiet there for a second. I'm hoping to get at least 30 submarines together, because that way then we can split them into 2 15 stacks of subs. We can spread out a little bit more. Because like I said, I want this sea area to be covered by subs, but I kind of also want this area, because I'm not going to be able to cover the Bay of Biscay. But having these two areas will definitely cut off the grain shipments from... who gives grain to the UK? I think it's Argentina. I think Argentina is the grain supplier for the UK. I'm not sure if it's that detailed in Hearts of Iron 4, but just basic strategy, basic military strategy from just, I don't know. We'll go with that. We'll see how that works. Hopefully it actually will represent that, because we need to starve them out of resources at least. I think we are not going to go with the expanded Schlieffen plan. I think we're going to stay away from the Netherlands for now. We'll get through the Belgian, looks like a lightly defended corridor here. We'll breach through, kind of spread out, and then kind of circle around the French forces here. Looks like they're having supply issues. Surprising. I mean, it's their homeland. We'll see how that goes. Okay, we're getting pretty close to 1914. Construction effort has finished. What are we gonna do here? I think what we can do now is we got early support weapons. I'm going to say military youth is good. That's going to give us more population recruitment, or more recruitable population. So close to 1914, we can start working on these techs. I'm going to do improved infantry equipment. Get that. What do they call them? I think the German, like the German helmet for is it a Stahlhelm or something like that. It's the metal helmet because. If you didn't know, the helmets that... because the iconic spiked helmet the World War I Germans wore wasn't actually metal. Like, a lot of people think it's like a metal helmet with like a metal spike. It's actually made of leather. Or cloth covered. I was surprised when I found out about that. Let's see here. We'll do fortification engineer, because we're going to need to build forts at some point. But yeah, no, I was surprised by that. Actually, I don't think any military had a metal helmet at the start of World War I. It was all leathers or caps. If I recall, like the French had it was a capi or something, or what they called it. The iconic red cap that the French soldiers wore. Which I think is actually, yeah, so you can see it right there. Oh, that's why they're suffering attrition. They're exercising. Looking at the time. It's close to the end of this episode. So if you guys enjoyed this, I know not a lot happened to this episode, but we are getting very close to something actually happening. But if you guys enjoyed this episode, comment and rate down below. If you really enjoyed this and would like to continue to experience my content and have it updated when I actually upload, subscribe to the channel if you'd like. Any comments or criticisms I would greatly appreciate. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye.